welcome back to another video. So it's Tuesday evening. It's actually earlier than normal. It is 4:30. Got my secondary bench today, 3 count pauses. I'm not gonna lie, guys, and I'm tired of saying this. I'm fed up of saying this. I am exhausted. I am not feeling good. I'm really trying my best to keep on top of my sleep. But the last 2 nights, I've probably had 6 to 6.5 hours sleep, and it's just not acceptable, and I need to do something about it. So today, I've just made sure to kind of get things done a little bit better time. I do have to go to the gym and do accessories once I have finished my bench here. I'm gonna do a couple of accessories at home as well on the cable machine that we've got here. But I am ahead of schedule. My boyfriend is also gonna walk the dog for us because trying to fit my 12,000 steps in every single day, I have been hitting it, maybe slightly under, but my average has been 12 for the last 2 weeks. Trying to hit 12,000 steps every single day, sticking with this deficit, making sure I've constantly got meals prepped, as well as obviously working, getting my steps in through walking the dog as well. Like, it's been a lot. I'm still doing it, and I'm still gonna keep doing it. I'm not complaining. I brought this on myself, but trying to then fit in a good night's sleep and get a good night's sleep and stuff is just proving quite difficult at the moment. So for today, I'm willing to sacrifice my steps a little bit. I'm going to do 20 minutes of cardio at the gym anyway. And when my nutrition coach set the goal of 12,000 steps, she did explicitly say, or 8 to 10K steps a day with 20 minutes of cardio twice a week. So I still intend to hit 12K steps a day, but I would like to also add the cardio in anyway, just for like a health perspective and to just kind of feel good. So I'm gonna do cardio today, which means that my steps may be slightly under today, but then my plan is to, on a rest day, like Thursday potentially or Saturday, I'll do a longer walk and I'll basically just make sure I get in like 14, 15K and boost my average steps back up. But basically, I am tired, I am exhausted, and not just like I'm a bit tired, like I feel like I'm not functioning. I've got a headache, and it's just not good. But it's fine because it is week 4 and I need to pull myself together. Nutrition-wise, I'm feeling good. Body weight, low 87s yesterday and today. I'm basically a kilo ahead of where I was this time last week. My weight also sits higher the first half of the week. I was 86.9 on Sunday, and I would expect to see low 86s by this weekend, which puts me over a kilo ahead of where my nutrition coach is hoping I'll be at the end of the week. So I'm ahead of schedule. Judging on how my weight tends to fluctuate as well, I should be quite comfortably ahead of schedule by this weekend, which is obviously a great position to be in. I'm feeling good on the food as well. Like we didn't actually change my food up too much this week. So I had my check with my nutrition coach yesterday after 2 weeks of 1,700 calories. Now last weekend, I did actually have 2,000 calories on Saturday and Sunday, maybe slightly over on Saturday, but all nutritious foods and everything, because I was just feeling incredibly like, I just felt like I needed some more substance, basically. And my weight was dropping so rapidly that I knew that it wouldn't cause a problem. And absolutely, that was the right call. So when I spoke to my nutrition coach, I basically suggested having higher calories on the weekend because that's when my primary SPD is. It is week 4 of the block. It is a heavy week. I kind of need the extra fuel. And I am dropping ahead of schedule. So shouldn't cause any problems. So what she's basically said is stick to 1,700 Monday to Friday and then 1,900 Saturday, Sunday, which perfect for me. Absolutely fine with that. It is annoyingly Sheffield this weekend, and I would love to sit at home and have like a takeaway while I'm watching Sheffield, but that's not going to be happening. But it's actually, I was saying to my partner, like, I wouldn't probably want one anyway, because actually it would impact my session on Sunday if I don't eat my normal routine foods on Saturday. Like, I don't want anything with too high sodium or anything on Saturday and then feeling bloated for Sunday. So I'm happy with that. All is good. I don't think there's any major updates to go through. I want to obviously run you guys through the plan for nutrition for this week. The goal is to have an average body weight of about 87.2 this week. And like I say, end of the week, my weight tends to drop quite a lot. And I think I was 87.3 at 6 a.m. this morning. So had I weighed in at my usual like 7:30, I would have probably been below the target average for the week anyway. So I am on track for where I need to be in terms of nutrition and body weight, so that's all good. And actually, I sat there and thought about it logically yesterday. I was like, well, I'm about 87 kilograms right now, give or take. Obviously, a bit of fluctuation here and there. And I'm 5 weeks out. And 5 weeks out being 87 kilos is pretty normal for me. Like, it's about where I normally sit. So I'm hoping that means that we don't have to be in quite such an aggressive deficit. I would like to do as minimal of a cut as possible, to be honest, in terms of actual comp week acute cutting, like gut cutting. So I think the plan is just going to be to keep dieting down as close as we can get, providing I still feel good and find the calories okay. So we will just see, and obviously I'll keep you guys updated as time goes on. But yeah, not really much else to talk through. I kind of just want to crack on and get this session done. I'm actually resting the camera on some different kits. So yesterday, one of my clients, actually, he has a really cool home gym setup and he doesn't live too far from me. He's upgraded his bench that has like some attachments and stuff on it. and he basically offered me his old one for free. So I was incredibly grateful, because it now means that I probably won't use it this week in terms of accessories, but I can start doing more accessories at home and slowly adding to the collection of stuff that we have here. It means I've got a sturdy adjustable bench at home as well. It has a leg extension, leg curl attachment, preacher curl. Like, there's a lot of stuff I can do with it that I can get a bit creative with, and then hopefully less trips to the commercial gym long term, because I won't lie, guys, I'm kind of over it. Like, I love going to the commercial gym for things like dumbbell chest press, because I love having the dumbbell rack and stuff. And I think long term, like my dream home, or like the next home we live in, I'm hoping we can find somewhere with like a double garage, which probably won't be very easy to do in this area, because most houses don't even have a single garage in this area. To get a house with a garage was like absolute luxury for us when we got this home and like found this within our budget. But my dream would literally be to have a double garage. Like, I don't even care about the inside of the house. As long as we have 2 bathrooms and enough bedrooms, I don't really care. I would love a double garage so I can actually have a dumbbell rack with like a good variance of loads and stuff, because like I've got adjustable dumbbells at home, but I can't be bothered to make them up and adjust them. But anyway, I just want to say, yeah, I got some new kit for the home gym as well, which I won't show you guys because it's currently not assembled, and I'm literally just using it at the moment to just have stuff sat on. But incredibly grateful that my client gave me that. I'm gonna get bench done. It's week 4, heavy week. I'm not even sure what the RP target is this week. Probably going to at least match what I did last week. I'm not necessarily going to push too hard. My coach has made it quite clear that the priority this week is bench. So like for my primary SPD on Sunday, he hasn't necessarily load capped my squat and deadlift, but he has told me what he'd like me to aim for, which is lower than what I probably would have loaded had he not suggested that. So essentially I've been load capped unofficially for the weekend on squats and deadlifts, and he's told me what load he wants me to load on bench as well. But basically the priority this week is bench. So we'll just kind of see how we feel today. I mean, primary bench is the priority, and I want to make sure execution today is great, because the last couple of weeks, my 3-count pauses haven't been the best. And I would like to make my execution better, and just knowing I'm not feeling 100%, even though I will be in denial when I'm actually training about that. We will see. Anyway, let's stop talking and bench.
Okay. I see across the room, X marked on the spot, everybody tryna zoom. But this is casual, another night with the wolves, but I should be dealing with them, she's a damn professional. Making plays for, don't need to be told, yeah she knows. Got these fellas down bad and everybody else mad. Adrenaline rush, leaving them in the dust, now they converting the stands. The world is in her hands now, she's living in my head rent free, burning through my long-term memory. Everybody racing in a Grand Prix, they know if they don't take a chance now. Gonna stay woke, no sleep, run it back real slow, is that a wink? She's cold as ice, sugar-coated lies with the honey trap eyes. She's dangerous, she's dancing with intention, she's got everyone's attention. She knows she's dangerous, they wanna get along.
So I couldn't have actually asked for that to go any better. The target RPE for the triple was an 8. I had no right loading 105. I've been doing 105 as my end of block for this. Like, my bench programming hasn't really changed. Like, we've been doing this since we started together, like a 3-count triple on a day 1, followed by a 3-count single. Generally, the final week of the block, the target is always an RPE of 8. And I tend to load like this every single block. And it's always a bit of an overshoot. And obviously, weight has rapidly dropped the last few weeks. I'm literally like 4 kilos lighter than when I last did this session, on like this week of the block, last block. And I still loaded the same. And the reason I had no right to do that as well is because my last warm-up I did 100, and it felt awful. Like, I struggled to do a 3-count single at 100, and I was like, just load 105, it'll be fine. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought I might fail it. The first rep, visually, actually didn't look as slow as it felt. The first rep, I was like, okay, this is going to be hard. Do the second rep, see how it is. If it's like max effort, just call it a double. But actually, I managed all 3. The touch point on the third, I don't know what it is. I keep doing this weird, like at least 1 rep of this set. No matter the RP, every week of this block, I've had this weird hover rep where I'll like touch my chest, and then I'll almost start to press, realize I need to be waiting longer, and then stop, and then press again. I did that on the 3rd rep, but I'm actually not mad at how it moved. And then the 110 single felt so heavy on the unrack. Like, I can't express how heavy it felt, to the point where I was also scared I was gonna fail that. Then I told myself, I was like, you don't fail 110 anymore. Like, 110 is nothing. Like, just, you don't even open at 110 anymore. Like, just do this. And I committed, and the pause was decent, and actually it's probably the best executed it's been. So I am happy with how everything moved. The 110 single was also probably about an 8, so no complaints from me. Larson, I did a set of 6 at 92.5, which the target RPE was an 8, and it was probably about an 8. And then I had 3x6, 82, which were fine. So actually really happy. I've also done my pull downs from today's session as well that I normally do in the gym, but because commercial gyms are so packed right now, I did it here instead. I've also got to do cable rows, which I normally do on here as well, but I'll probably move them to tomorrow just because I kind of want to get in because my headache is still really bad. So I'm just going to get in, head straight to the gym, get the rest of my accessories done, and then if I can't get on the seated row or like the cable row at the gym, I'll do it here tomorrow, which is kind of what I've been doing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As long as I get it done, I don't really mind. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Like genuinely happy with how that went. So no complaints from me. It's a good start to the final week of the block. I do genuinely feel like my training hasn't really been impacted by the deficit. Like last week, there were a couple of days where I felt really rough, but that was also because my sleep was awful, as I've kind of said it was in the last couple of nights. But I am making a promise to myself that sleep will be a priority, as much as priority is also getting my steps in and hitting all of these movement targets. More important than that is my sleep. And what I think I'll do is, depending on how I feel tonight, I want to go and get 20 minutes of cardio done tonight just so that I've ticked the box. But if I don't do it tonight, I'll definitely do some tomorrow because tomorrow's session is so short at the gym. We literally have 3 accessories to do. So once I've done my SPD here, I'll go do 20 minutes cardio and then the rest of my accessories, do some mobility. And that's kind of a non-negotiable on that session anyway tomorrow. But I might then go to the gym Friday evening after my short session here. So I've got no other plans Friday anyway. Friday should be a pretty quiet day. I've got like a few programs and stuff to write, but other than that, it's a fairly steady work day. So probably going to do my session here in decent time, go to the gym, do at least 20 minutes of cardio, if not like 30, 40, and just get some movement in, and do a lot of mobility and stuff as well. I think that probably makes more sense than trying to cram it all in tonight. And then I think the plan is for next block, because I didn't want to start it this week. My boyfriend wants to try and do more cardio during the week anyway. So I think we're going to make Tuesdays, Wednesdays, steady state, kind of pre-accessories, almost like a warm-up, but like 20 minutes so we get like zone 2 heart rate type thing. Steady state cardio on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday will be more like interval type sprints, which I didn't want to introduce this week because it's week 4 of the block. I do think I should probably run that by both coaches that I'm working with at the moment, but I can't see either of them having a problem with it. I've always kind of intermittently added different types of cardio in anyway, and I never really noticed a difference. And this is one thing I actually said to my nutrition coach, because she did say to me that this is the most aggressive cut she's ever done with anyone. And like, she's not overly comfortable with the time frame I've given to be able to make weight for this comp. And to be fair to her, like, if this was one of my clients, I would also have the same reservations. But I think I am quite I don't want to say I'm an aggressive cutter. Like in my own training, yes, absolutely. But obviously with my lifters and athletes, I don't ever recommend it. But I'm very confident that I can get people where they need to be as long as they are as kind of in it and dedicated as I am. And like, I give them everything I have and they give the same back type thing. But I said to her, I was like, honestly, do not stress about the cut that you're giving me because I am so good at regulating. Like I will, like my life is set up for powerlifting. I'm in control of my own schedule for the most part. Like I am very good at regulating where I need to. I'm very good at admitting when things aren't feeling how they should. Like at the weekend when I increase my calories slightly and stuff, like I am very good at taking control of those things. So I'm not too concerned. And I told her that she doesn't need to be either. And I will communicate effectively and obviously make sure that this is still the right thing for me, which it is. And I'm honestly not finding it difficult. And yeah, I don't think training's really been impacted. So I am happy. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get in and head to the gym and do my accessories. If you've made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in a few days for the next one.
Tryna find an opening. Roll the dice, cold sweat running down my neck. She be on the next victim. Get caught in a web. Got these fellas spending all they got left. She be keeping the score like a follow ratio. Got these fellas praying to the Lord for a glimpse of any hope. She bad, she broke, straight up.